The Fan Connections Road to WrestleMania. The road starts here.
So we're taking it all the way back to WrestleMania 1, and we're willing to highlight all the key matches and moments
from WrestleMania 1 to WrestleMania 40 to get us ready for WrestleMania 41.
And as soon as WWE Wargames Survivor Series has ended, y'all get ready, y'all buckle up. SmackDown, November 22nd.
Solo Sikoa and the fake bloodline demand Roman Reigns' unconditional surrender.
And I mean, what even is that, Devin?
It sounds like he don't want to fight for real.
He's like, no war games. You just surrender now.
He definitely sounds like the little brother, don't he? Solo?
Yeah. He's like, I don't want to fight the big brothers. Y'all just be on my side.
Yeah, it sounds like he's not really about fighting. But basically, they're gloating. They're saying you don't have a fifth yet, so we're gonna beat you by default. And I mean that it's just there so the OG bloodline can respond later.
Getting into our first match though, Chelsea Green versus Bianca Belair and Blair Davenport for the Women's US title tournament. So like it was a pretty decent match going up into the triple threat part, and then Bianca Belair actually had to get a little sidetracked with Jade Cargill. Yeah,
Jade Cargill was hitting like the exact Family Guy pose on the hood of a car. Like, yeah, you know what I mean? Nobody falls like that. How did she sprawl out like that?
So there's like a lot of speculations going around, and then like it was Chelsea Green versus Blair Davenport at that point, you know, because obviously Bianca Belair's got to go check on her girl.
And Bianca had dominated pretty much the entire time anyway.
So at the end, Chelsea Green came up and got the dub. I figured she would. But I mean, who do you think could have done it, bro? My pick has to be Liv and Raquel, right?
Somebody from the other women's team, right? But good for Chelsea Green. And if she wins the whole thing, you won't hear me cry about it.
It'd be good for her.
United States Championship match. LA Knight defeats Santos Escobar. Seen it. We've seen it.
Okay. Is that it?
Well, I mean, Shinsuke was there this time, though, so it's different. It's cool.
Yeah, after that, Shinsuke Nakamura attacks LA Knight again. So now we gotta wait until next week to figure out what happens. But this should be good for real. I'm excited for Shinsuke versus Knight. Next segment was Cody and KO. They were supposed to meet face to face, and Cody was in the ring, and KO was on like pretty much all up on top of Michael Cole, pretty much. Like he wasn't in the ring. And they go back and forth, not really saying a lot, and just to have a match that we already knew that was coming to be confirmed.
Yeah. This entire segment sucked, except for the one little giggle I got when Kevin Owens said that was his best attire.
That was so funny to me. He was like, "You didn't even wear your suit, and I come in my best attire, wearing it was like a Walmart T-shirt of a suit, right?"
Yeah, like little clip art.
That had me weak, dude.
Montez Ford of the Street Profits defeats Tommaso Ciampa.
He was big until he had to face one of them, me and Tez 1v1. It looks like you just need to step back, Ciampa.
Ciampa, I'm going to go ahead and let you know right now, DIY couldn't get it done by themselves. You can't get it done by yourself. And look, man, the Street Profits are like that. And you're just a player hater. You're out here costing people their opportunity because you don't have no opportunity. Maybe you just need to work harder.
You know what they do to people like that, Mr. Tommaso? Back to NXT or released.
You just need to work harder and quit player hating, because you ain't getting nothing player hating.
Then in the main segment, the fake bloodline says Roman Reigns has to surrender now. They're faced with the odds 4v5 still, until the unthinkable happens, Devin. Our wise man, Paul Heyman, returns to announce the 5th member to the OG bloodline, none other than
the Second City Saint, the voice of the voiceless, the best in the world, and a Paul Heyman guy, CM Punk. Look, man, I didn't call this on the podcast, but we did talk about this before SmackDown over the phone, and I had called this.
Yeah, we had speculated, like, me and him just as a friendly conversation. We're like, you know, like, who could be the top three? And then, like, we were like, well, it has to be a Paul Heyman guy because he called the Wise Man.
Exactly.
And I'm like, well, if you think about it, two of the only, like, still active wrestlers that were Paul Heyman guys are no longer in WWE. So, like, it could only be, like, 3 people. Yeah. And the other one's kind of just somebody that everybody's waiting to come back. You know what I mean?
And he's still in a little bit of trouble, so...
So we came up with either Brock Lesnar, John Cena, or CM Punk. And Devin called CM Punk.
So, I mean, I'm glad about that. I like CM Punk. And this is just... I feel like this is a good match. You know, like... CM Punk said he was my wise man first. You know what I mean? Like, they all have history together. And I don't understand... Like, I guess Paul Heyman's calling in a favor. I don't know why CM Punk exactly would want to help Roman. But, it's like, I hope CM Punk is capable of Wargames, bro. It's like, I don't want him to get hurt and be gone.
I just feel like whoever's team obviously CM Punk's on, I feel like that's the team that's probably going to win Wargames.
I don't think there's any way the fake bloodline does win, man.
But we can't just not talk about how Paul Heyman, the Wise Man, bro, was in some Solo-looking attire.
Yeah, the Wise Man doesn't do anything new for no reason. So that is a little strange. He's not wearing his classic attire. So there's a lot to come. We're ready for next week when we're in Canada, so we'll see what happens. So do you think Chelsea Green, everybody will win the U.S. women's title tournament? Or do you think she's going to crash and burn because of Bayley or somebody else? Because we got to deal with Super Bayley now. And do you think Shinsuke could capitalize on these attacks and win the U.S. title from LA Knight? From a scale of 1 to like 3, how excited are you on the Cody and KO thing again? Hey, and let us know what you guys think about the official teams for Survivor Series down in the comments below. And that's about it for this episode. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. As for the fan connection, we're out of here.